Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Trevon Diggs injury update provided by fellow Cowboys defensive star. While the Dallas Cowboys will spend the NFL offseason looking to add talent at areas of need, they will also be monitoring the health of several key players whose season came to a premature end due to injury. One of those players is star cornerback Trevon Diggs, whose season ended due to a knee injury for the second straight season. In January, Diggs underwent chondral tissue graft surgery on his left knee. There were reports that Diggs could miss all of the off-season workouts and potentially part of training camp, and now we have an injury update from fellow defensive star Micah Parsons. He had a successful surgery. I talked to him, and he's doing real well. He's in Dallas and he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, Parsons said, via Patrick Walker of DallasCowboys.com. He's the ultimate competitor. He knows when he comes back, and he'll be back real soon, he'll be great. It's just all about regaining stability and resting. Diggs, a key defensive player for the Cowboys, has been a cornerstone of the team's secondary since his breakout season in 2021. Known for his ball-hawking skills, Diggs has earned 2 Pro Bowl selections and established himself as one of the top cornerbacks in the league. Having Diggs return to the field will be key for the Cowboys' secondary for the 2025 season, and hopefully he can return to his top form and avoid another injury setback. Cowboys trade of Ashton Jeanty for Myles Garrett predicted. The Dallas Cowboys have begun a crucial offseason with a major change, promoting Brian Schottenheimer to head coach after deciding to end things with Mike McCarthy. This decision signals a new era here at the Star, but comes at a risk with a first-time head coach taking over. But it is a risk Jerry Jones and his team are willing to take nonetheless. Since that initial decision came down, Schottenheimer and the Cowboys have moved quickly to assemble a strong staff around the head coach that at a minimum has eased some of those concerns. Free agency and the NFL draft linger not too far in the distance though, and the Cowboys will need to utilize those two events to shake up a lackluster roster. There are some free agents and draft prospects that would satisfy those needs without a doubt. But one move above all cements the team's claims of winning now. Vaunted edge rusher Myles Garrett has requested a trade from the Cleveland Browns and will seek a new home, likely with a contender, this offseason. The Arlington, Texas, native has not requested a homecoming, but one would be embraced by both sides if it happened. NFL.com Dan Parr's latest mock draft predicts just that, with the Cowboys shipping off their number 12 pick and a future first to acquire Garrett. Given the way Dallas handled their offseason a year ago, this is a pretty bold assumption. Garrett immediately makes the Cowboys one of the best defenses in football in partnering with Parsons, who has confessed he will take more money if that means forming this partnership. The former NFL Defensive Player of the Year will not be easy to come by, and the Cowboys will have to outbid other teams for his services. But a big splash move like this one feels well in order for Dallas. Is Garrett a must-get for this offseason? No, and there are fine alternatives for the Cowboys to send a similar message while improving their team. Acquiring Garrett, however, leverages more power than any other move and set the tone for a major season ahead in 2025. Free agent seeks a linebacker one role with new team, Cowboys should pick up the phone. This week, Prescott was asked how close he feels the Cowboys are to reaching the level of success that Eagles, the current champion, currently gets to enjoy. Dak had the chance to continue to put pressure on a front office that shows no urgency to win. Words are nice, but actions are better. Maybe the Dallas Cowboys will shock us all by being the most aggressive team in free agency. It's not likely, however, but maybe they will change enough to add at least one top player in free agency. It just so happens that there is a player in free agency looking for a fresh start. According to rumors circulating on Twitter, X, linebacker Dre Greenlaw met with the San Francisco 49ers, and he is set to leave the team in free agency, seeking to be the top linebacker on a new defense. Jerry Jones should pick up the phone yesterday, call up Dre Greenlaw, and have him choose his jersey number so it's ready when he arrives because he needs to be a member of the Dallas Cowboys next year. The Dallas Cowboys linebacker core is as thin as the patience Cowboys Nation has left for Jerry Jones and anyone else in that front office unless the Cowboys supplement the roster through free agency and the draft. Here is the Cowboys depth chart at linebacker if the season started today. Myles Garrett, Damone Clark, Buddy Johnson. That's not exactly a murderer's row of linebackers. Dallas has no choice but to address linebacker in free agency in addition to the draft. They just don't have the numbers to compete. DeMarvion Overshown was in the middle of a breakout season before injuring his knee. His estimated time for return is unknown, and he likely won't be available for the start of the regular season. Myles Garrett showed flashes of greatness as a rookie. He just needs to carry that over with more consistency in 2025. Damone Clark hasn't developed into the player the Cowboys hoped he'd turn into. He is solid on special teams, but hasn't made the desired impact on defense. Buddy Johnson is a practice squad hero who got some opportunity to play because of the injuries ahead of him on the depth chart. He is a career backup, and the Cowboys need an upgrade. That upgrade could be Dre Greenlaw, who has spent his entire 6-year career with the San Francisco 49ers. Greenlaw has had the opportunity to shine on the 49ers' defense, and did his best work during the 2022 to 2023 seasons. In those 2 years, he accumulated 247 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, 10 passes defensed, 1 interception, and 2 fumble recoveries. The former Arkansas Razorback would have plenty to talk about with fellow alumni and Cowboys owner and GM Jerry Jones, and his situation falls right up the Cowboys' alley. Greenlaw only played 2 games in 2024 after spending the entire season rehabilitating the ACL in his knee. He suffered the injury during the Super Bowl loss to the Kansas City Chiefs and returned for 2 games this season, notching 9 tackles. The Dallas Cowboys love to take shots on players recovering from serious injuries in hopes that they can recover and return to their elite play. Greenlaw can do that for the Cowboys.